I'm sure you've heard from people around you that I'm a ball of ambition.
Well, yeah, but I'm not gonna go easy.
Why? Just because I'm a woman?
I didn't beat you. I got promoted because this company is corrupt. The new series you're in charge of. I heard you got 3rd place in the readers poll. That's amazing.
It's a manga artist that I've been working with since before I debuted. I feel more motivated for this new series than ever before.
Miss Higashiyama puffed up her chest proudly. I'm Yusei Kamaba, 30. I work for Elite Publishing's, largest of its kind in the industry. I'm an editor for the weekly manga series Young Elite that boasts the most publications in Japan.
Your series is celebrating 10 years, right? Congrats!
This is Akina Higashiyama. She works in the same department as me. We've been rivals since we started here. Thank you, but I took over from a predecessor, so it's not like I started it from scratch.
But it's not wrong to say that the series went viral after you took over. I need to work hard for my own long-term series.
I got to work hard alongside Miss Higashiyama and work with the mangas I love. I was happy. But there was one problem. This publishing company is over 100 years old, so the structure of the company was way too old. Unpaid overtime was the norm. Taking PTO meant hearing comments from your supervisors, and harassment wasn't uncommon.
Higashiyama, the idol that was supposed to be on the cover had a scandal. The photo shoot is off. Thanks to all this, the editor-in-chief is furious. Go make some tea and try to make them happy. It's hard for us to do our jobs when that person is unhappy.
This is Taro Kusune. He was one of our 4 vice-in-chief. He was savvy and the higher-ups liked him, so he was successful, but anyone below him did not like him. Very old-fashioned.
Mr. Kusune, why do I have to do that?
What? Because you're a woman. There's only one woman in this editing department. This is your chance to take advantage of being a woman.
I refuse.
Miss Higashiyama refused to do what he said and returned to her desk.
Huh? What's this? It must be her to be so unfeminine.
Mr. Kusune, I've said this many times before, but I don't think you should talk like that in this day and age.
You're a man and you're saying that? What an annoying world we live in now. Listen, I'm saying this for her own good. Why is saying something to help someone considered harassment?
He should have received harassment training when he became vice chief editor. It's not about what we think, but about how the person interprets it. You should be careful.
Yes, sir. By the way, the editor-in-chief wants to pick one newer member to be vice editor-in-chief. If that happens, it'll probably be either you or Higashiyama. I'll vote for you, Kamaba.
Thank you, but I hope you can look at skill set and make a fair decision.
Haha, you're so proper. You should kiss up a little in times like this.
Remember that. Mr. Kusune laughed and disappeared. The rumor spread throughout the department. Miss Higashiyama declared war against me.
I'm sure you've heard from people around you that I'm a ball of ambition.
Well, yeah, but I'm not gonna go easy.
Then it's a competition. I'm gonna get promoted next.
Miss Higashiyama was never fearful. She always came at me head on. It was refreshing. We didn't try to trip each other up. This relationship between us was nice. A few months later, the series that Miss Higashiyama was in charge of was increasing its fan base and became a hit series. The first book sold unbelievable numbers. She was getting results.
Yusei Kamaba, you've been promoted to Vice Editor-in-Chief. Congratulations!
Thank you. I also worked hard to make the series I was given a popular one. But these past 6 months, Miss Higashiyama did better than I did. What does this mean? Why was I chosen? I questioned it, so I asked Mr. Kusune in private.
What? Miss Higashiyama is a woman. That's why her promotion was pushed back. Isn't that obvious?
I couldn't believe my ears. I couldn't believe that such an outdated system still existed in this day and age.
We're lucky that we're men. You're lucky to get the position. Good luck, Vice EIC Kamaba.
I didn't know if he was trying to be encouraging. He slapped my butt, but I didn't feel any pain. I had really wanted this promotion, but I couldn't be genuinely happy about it. I couldn't focus on my work either. A few days later, I was walking down the hall. I noticed Miss Higashiyama's voice in the break room. I stopped and listened. She was talking to another woman from another manga department.
I said I'd definitely get promoted and change this company, but I'm sorry. I couldn't keep my promise this time. You didn't have to promise. Thank you for thinking of me. The harassment counseling room exists, but isn't effective either. Miss Takabon, if anything happens, please let me know. Okay. As long as you're here, I can try my best. I see. Oh yeah, I was gonna give this to you. To me?
Even though she was having a hard time herself, she was worrying about the other women in the office. I clenched my fists. After a while, the other woman left the break room, so I went to talk to Miss Higashiyama.
Huh? Mr. Kamaba? How long have you been there?
I'm sorry, I heard everything. Is she alright? Miss Higashiyama stared off with sadness in her eyes and sighed deeply.
The harassment counseling room hasn't changed. It's just on paper. It's so stupid. It's not funny at all.
When Miss Higashiyama first started, she was harassed at work and went to the counseling department to talk about it, but...
I decided not to think about it, so I'm fine.
At the time, I'd been hearing about the situation from her. I heard her say this and figured things were on the mend. But since then, I've witnessed her being a victim. She would help others and brush off her own experiences. So, after talking to the company, all that changed was the victims, not the perpetrators. Nothing was solved. You just decided to hold it in. Are you really okay?
I'm fine! I decided to fight back in my own ways. So don't worry about it. Work hard so you don't lose against me. That's what'll save me.
Her smile back then was so vibrant, I can still remember it clearly. Since then, I've battled with Miss Higashiyama as her rival.
The gender inequality was deeply rooted in this company. These roots found their way into the harassment counseling room that was supposed to be fair. I learned this back then and decided to fight to change this company. You realized what I was fighting, but I didn't want to ask you, a man, for help. I believed that I could still make a difference, that I could change things. But no one can hear me if I yell from the bottom of the ladder. I have to have more power to make change.
People always said Miss Higashiyama was a ball of ambition. She had a quiet fire burning inside of her.
I don't like men who say because you're a woman. But you always fought with me on an even playing field.
To be honest, Mr. Kasune always asked me. Every time, I would analyze what Mr. Kasune told me and come to the conclusion that his way of thinking was wrong.
But I failed. I can't beat you, and maybe I can't do this.
After the first tears she had been holding back fell, she couldn't stop them.
Why? Just because I'm a woman?
I didn't beat you. I got promoted because this company is corrupt. I think people like you need to be properly evaluated.
You can say that, but this company won't change.
There's a way. Do you want to start a company with me?
What? What are you saying?
I'm serious. Not immediately. But do you want to start talking to each other as business partners? I noticed that the way this company runs is not right, but I didn't have as much fire in me as you do. That's why I was able to work here for as long, but it doesn't sit right with me either. I was surprised too, that I could decide to throw away this fortunate position of mine at this company. But ever since the promotion, there's been a dark fog in my heart. In an instant, it cleared. Since then, we talked a lot. The next year, the two of us quit at the same time. The new company we started was an agency for creators mainly focused on manga artists. We're starting with a rental space, but our workplaces are the publishing companies and the manga artist's studio, so that's not a problem.
Yeah. Okay, the two of us are going to change the world that has been claimed by privileged people.
Manga artists didn't have coworkers, they were alone. Many of them didn't have experience in an office. Oftentimes, they didn't have the best social skills. I've seen a lot of publishing companies take advantage of that and force their power on young manga artists.
We take care of discussing the series and negotiating salaries. This allows manga artists to focus on their work. We protect them from the publishing company's impossible demands.
Some manga artists don't know about copyright laws, and such so, they would be ignored when it came time to turn their works into dramas. The licensing fee would be insanely cheap, and the scriptwriters would just change the story randomly. We have to change that. Protect all creators. That was her concept, and many people agreed with it. Many manga artists said they were waiting for a management company like this. Meanwhile, Vice Editor Kusune's complaints were echoing off the walls of Young Elite.
What? Another artist signed a deal with that company?
This is the 5th one. They have a good rep among the artists, so I think there will be more. Plus, when you join that agency, they're meticulous about events and turning stories into games and stuff.
I was over the moon that her agency was already doing what it set out to do.
Damn it! We've been able to trick these naive artists and do what we want. This is so annoying. Higashiyama, she's acting cocky. What is she doing starting a company? As a woman? Komaba too. He just got promoted, but he left the company with a woman. He's crazy.
Things were slowly changing, but it seems like he hasn't. One thing Miss Higashiyama wanted was to discover new manga artists. Up until now, there were 2 options to debut. Enter a new artist contest run by a publisher, or bring your work in directly to an editor. We founded a manga artist school that anyone can attend.
We start online and then hold classes in the rental space. You'll have more opportunities if you were able to get an editor's advice beforehand, right?
Miss Higashiyama was right. Young manga artists came knocking the door down to have professional editors see their work. Any manga artists that were able to debut came to join our agency as repayment. Many people were struggling at home alone. These people said that they were glad to meet other people at the school with the same dream.
Teammates and rivals. Having these people around you is important. It can change the course of your life.
Miss Higashiyama looked at me and smiled happily. We have classes every day and more manga artists joined us. We need employees.
You're right. I just heard from the best person that they want to join. Come in.
It was the woman that had been talking to Miss Higashiyama about harassment that day in the break room, Miss Takaban.
Miss Higashiyama, Mr. Komaba, I'm looking forward to working with you too.
Miss Higashiyama was Karen. Even after she quit, she had been talking to her. We had a new reliable teammate. Things were looking good. But a dark cloud came over those days. One of the manga artists that started our school recently came to talk to us. Miss Higashiyama thought she might debut soon. It was Chiemi Ohashi who mainly wrote romcoms.
I thought it was in my head, but I feel sure after seeing this week's Young Elite.
She had brought her works to Young Elite many times and was always dropped. The ideas were stolen from her rejected work and used for the manga in Young Elite.
If this is true, I won't let them get away with it.
We couldn't just believe her. I knew Miss Higashiyama felt this way too. Well, we didn't want it to be true.
Let us help. You put your blood, sweat, and tears into your work. They can't treat your work like that.
This woman was trying to chase her dreams and suffering. She couldn't just leave it alone. I felt that too. Yes, if this is true, we will not allow it.
Thank you.
A few weeks later, Miss Ohashi brought a new story to Elite Publishings. She was waiting in the waiting area when Taro Kusune appeared.
You're so persistent. We won't accept just any woman manga artist. You need a lot of strength to keep up with the series.
I understand that. Would you like to take a look at my storyboard?
If you insist, let me see.
Mr. Kasune started looking at the storyboard with annoyance.
It's not bad, but it's missing something.
You say that every time. Can you tell me more specifically what is good and bad? The setting, plot, characters, dialogue. Does anything stand out? Is it all bad?
Mr. Kasune scratched his head and brought his face closer to hers.
If you show some loyalty, I might be able to tell you. How about it? Do you have a boyfriend?
Miss Ohashi glared at Mr. Kasune. She took her storyboard and left.
See? She's not ready to do anything. That's how these women manga artists are.
As soon as he confirmed he was alone, Mr. Kasune called someone.
Oh, hello. I thought of a good character and setting. Yes. Use it for your current plot. Don't thank me. I'll do anything for you.
Mr. Kasune had memorized the idea that Miss Ohashi brought him, and he was relaying the info to a manga artist that he knows.
Okay, let me go back.
Mr. Kasune tried to leave the meeting room. Miss Higashiyama and I were there recording with our phones.
What? You two are former employees, but I don't think you should be in this office. Why are you recording?
Long time no see. We signed the visitor list. Jamie Ohashi and 2 others.
We recorded your phone call earlier as well.
You two, you tricked me.
Trick sounds bad. We just wanted to protect the manga artists and their potential.
Will you tell us? Who were you on the phone with just now? We have an idea who it was, but...
I can't tell you that.
I see. We'll have to ask Mr. Gohongi directly. I don't think he knows the ideas were stolen.
He'll probably be surprised and furious. I already had it published, how could you?
Mr. Gohongi was a big-time manga artist at Young Elite. Mr. Kasune was sweating. I called on Miss Ohashi from outside the room. In her hands were all the storyboards she had brought in before and copies of Mr. Gohongi's work.
I've loved Young Elite since I was a kid. I can't believe this kind of theft would happen here.
Miss Ohashi glared at Mr. Kasune with resentment. She handed the papers to Miss Higashiyama and me. When we checked with Miss Ohashi, there were over 10 cases of stolen ideas.
What? You investigated?
Every time. 2 to 3 weeks after Miss Ohashi brings you a story, the idea is used in the series. Especially this character. This is definitely Miss Ohashi's original idea. You can't call this a coincidence. This character was modeled after an abandoned mutt that I found as a child. We don't know what kind of dog it is, and it has unique patterns, but it looks the same and has the same name.
Grr.
Mr. Kasune couldn't say anything after seeing the picture of the dog. He ran away.
This is bad. How can I tell Mr. Gohongi?
Mr. Kasune ran away into the editing department where outside people couldn't enter. But Miss Higashiyama and I thought this through. We had already made our move.
Mr. Kasune, do you have a moment?
What is it? I'm busy. Talk to me later.
But the board told me that you need to come right now.
Bored? Did they already find out? No way. There's still time. Damn it, that woman.
If the board wants to see you, you have to go. Mr. Kasune walked with cold sweat dripping down. He knocked hesitantly. We meet again.
What? Why are you here?
We had scheduled an appointment for Miss Ohashi to meet with Mr. Kasune. And we had set an appointment with the legal department right after. Miss Takabon was with us now.
Kasune, what have you done? Apologize to them right now.
Well, what's happening? I don't know what this is about.
Don't play dumb. Harassment based on outdated gender ideals. I have shivers down my spine.
What? I take care of my subordinates. I was rooting for your promotion, but the result was unfortunate.
Mr. Kasune desperately tried to cover his tracks in front of the board member. I almost said something, but this was about the woman.
I was always worried about Miss Takabon. I've known her since college. Even though she was in another department, you talked to her constantly. You even followed her home, didn't you?
Stop saying nonsense. Do you even have proof? What?
You know what this is about, and yet you ask for proof? You want the proof? I felt bad about leaving Miss Takaban when I quit. I kept in touch with her. Miss Takaban is kind, so you probably thought she couldn't do anything. But she asked me for help. She mustered the courage and took action. So I gave her this. I told her it would help bring you down.
It was a pen that could record things. Miss Higashiyama had asked her to gather evidence. Miss Takaban laid out pictures and logs of the voice recordings on the desk.
These are all lies. I'm being framed. Don't believe them.
Mr. Kusune tried to cling to the board member, but he looked like he had given up. We've already sent the evidence to your legal department through a lawyer. We're planning to sue.
Sue? Is it worth all that? I wanted Miss Takaban to survive in this male-dominated society.
Stop talking. Just hearing your voice is terrible.
You couldn't imagine these words coming from Miss Takaban's kind mouth. Mr. Kusune wilted. I had to tell him something. There was something nagging at my chest. Mr. Kusune, do you remember when I asked you why I was promoted instead of Miss Higashiyama?
What?
I hadn't told her about this. I held it all in. Because she's a woman. You said that, didn't you? I was painfully aware that that was how this company worked. But in this day and age, you'll only get left behind. Please admit it, Miss Higashiyama deserved that promotion more than I did. And that you can't destroy the dreams of these manga artists just because they're women. I had fought with and alongside Miss Higashiyama. I couldn't let it go that this was how that ended. The board member looked uncomfortable. I bet he was aware too. They didn't make eye contact with me and bowed their heads.
Kisune, you'll be punished later. Mr. Komaba, Miss Higashiyama, Miss Takaban, I'm sincerely sorry about all this. It is partially the company's fault. I will make sure he learns his lesson, so go easy on us.
This board member had a lot of pride and was very old-fashioned. I felt like I took down a big obstacle. Miss Higashiyama glared unforgivingly, but she smiled at me. Stealing ideas for manga artists and various counts of harassment. Mr. Kusune's wrongdoings were discovered by all the higher-ups. But Elite Publishing's was soft. They tried to send Mr. Kusune to a random department and leave it at that.
That was close. The company isn't brave enough to tell Mr. Gohongi about all this. Once this blows over, I'll be back in editing. I'm an important asset.
Their lawyer responded, "He's deeply regretful and he was transferred, so please be kind."
What? That's it? How corrupt are they? I'm glad I prepared something else.
Miss Higashiyama asked the lawyer to sue and contacted someone for the second part of her plan. That night, Elite Publishing's was on the news for all their shady business. Mr. Kusune's stuff was terrible, but the company was blamed for trying to hide it. It went viral. Elite Publishing's panicked and held a press conference.
Mr. Gohongi had no part in the recent events. All the responsibility falls on the current editors. We are deeply apologetic.
Mr. Kusune was fired for his many offenses. But the company's image was terrible. On top of that, Mr. Gohongi's series was cut because of the theft. People were furious.
What? Mr. Gohongi did nothing wrong.
The legal responsibility was all on Mr. Kusune. But his own work became a stolen one. Mr. Gohongi couldn't stand that. There was talks of the CEO resigning because of all this. Apparently, this CEO is the younger brother of the female CEO of Love Koi Publishings. What happened to this CEO? That's a story for another day.
Sir, please raise your head.
Mr. Gohongi was a victim, but he'd apologized to Miss Ohashi. Mr. Gohongi was a best-selling artist, so he quickly found another company to work with. He's moved on. Congrats on your series.
Thank you. It's thanks to you all that I was able to debut.
6 months since the scandal, Chiemi Ohashi's got her series.
Miss Ohashi, you've shined from the start. Have confidence and good luck.
Elite Publishing's apologized to her for the theft and paid her as well. She exchanged contacts with Mr. Gahongi, and they go out for meals sometimes.
This is a long overdue, but thank you for letting me start this company with you. Thanks to you, I'm able to let my skills shine.
A few days later, Miss Higashiyama told me this. She looked a little nervous.
So, the rivals thing, I'm pretty over it. I mean, we're still a team, but... not. I want to be your girlfriend.
Okay.
What? Really? Wait, that was so casual.
It's not casual. I like you. I never said anything, but since we became rivals, I've been into her. I was waiting for her to have feelings for me too. She blushed when I told her this. She tried to change the way that women can exist. I'm sure the ripple effects are happening even now. Everyone has their own beliefs, their own ideal society. Sometimes we'll hit obstacles and trip, but I believe we are marching toward a brighter future.
People always said you had potential, but you're not going to college. Haha. Your life's turned upside down because of your parents, huh? Back then, we went to the same school, and you had pretty good grades, I think. Do you know it, Kyoka? My company's called Tokai Group.
I, Akita Suo, have always had a hero. It was my father, Seiichi Suo. My father ran an IT company, and he always talked about his work excitedly at home. I looked up to my dad and wanted to be like him, but...
Akito, Reina, I'm sorry. Because of me, we're going to suffer.
Honey, get it together. In times like this, we have to stick together as a family.
Yeah, Dad, I'll work too. As long as we're together, we can do anything. My father's company depended too heavily on one company and went bankrupt. I was attending a magnet school, but I switched paths and started working.
Hey, Simo, I heard about your family.
This is Tsukasa Ijuin. He was my high school classmate and always found a reason to pick on me. Honestly, I didn't like him.
People always said you had potential, but you're not going to college. Haha. Your life's turned upside down because of your parents, huh?
Stop talking nonsense. You have no right speaking on my family. Move. I didn't have time for his dumb insults. I ignored his sharp glare and passed him.
Acting tough, whatever. I'll just enjoy your fall to rock bottom.
Time passed. Now I was 23. I worked at a cabaret club in the city. Welcome, watch your step. It was an exciting but stressful workplace. I had to guide guests and give out clear directions to the women who worked here.
Is everyone listening? We received this fancy bottle from this dandy company president over here.
There was a woman in a bright red dress at the center table. She spoke triumphantly. Her engine's at full throttle. It's gonna be a one-woman show for the queen.
Since he paid for a bottle like this, we can't just end it here, can we?
She was 2 years older than me, the #1 most popular cabaret girl at this club. Her voice traveled well and the club was charged up with her energy. Not only was she a cabaret girl, she was a model and a streamer. She was born to be in front of people. That was Kyoka Fuyutsuki to me.
1, 2, cheers!
As always, her cheers brought the club together, and you could hear the glasses clinking.
Ugh, I can't drink anymore. I feel nauseous.
How can you get drunk? Here, an energy drink and some soup. After work, Kyoka was lying on the sofa in the back room with her head in her hands.
Because I had to. I couldn't not drink in that environment.
It's hard for us to handle all that ad-libbing too, you know. You could let me know.
Kyoka, you should take Akito as your bride. No one else can support you like he can. What? How rude. Also, he'd be a groom, not a wife. Akito would be a great wife. This capable younger guy. You should catch him while you can. Oh, I can't deny that. Akito, Wanna be my bride?
Hey, tell them I wouldn't be your wife. Also, I've never heard a less romantic proposal. As soon as work ended, Kyoko would turn it off, but I didn't hate taking care of her. I was busy, but I was having fun. One day... Welcome, you can put your things here. Huh? It was an unexpected visitor. The man's eyes widened when he saw me and he grinned.
Well, if it isn't... I thought you'd be a failure, but I didn't think I'd see you here.
It was my classmate from high school, Tsukasa. But since he was here, he was a customer. I pretended to be fine and led him to his seat.
I really didn't think I'd run into a former classmate here.
Oh, Mr. Ijuin and Akito went to the same high school.
Yeah, it's a famous private school. Now we're leading such different lives, though. Haha.
His personality hasn't changed. He was prideful, narrow-minded, and talked too much. It seems like he really hasn't changed since high school.
Back then, we went to the same school, and you had pretty good grades, I think. But now, he's just a waiter here with no degree. I graduated college and work for a big company. I think his parents' company went under or whatever. You never know what's gonna happen in life.
Right now, I wanted to avoid saying anything back. I held myself back and faked a smile. Because I didn't say anything, he kept going.
Do you know it, Kyoka? My company's called Tokai Group.
From his brand name card wallet, Tsukasa pulled out a business card from a top Japanese company, Tokai Group.
Of course! Tokai Group imports and sells most of the famous brands from England.
Haha, you know your stuff. Listen, if you succeed at being a cabaret girl, it'll be good money for a while. But truly smart people won't stop there and create relationships with successful people.
Tsukasa put his hands on Kyoka's. For a moment, her face went icy, but she went back to smiling and naturally removed her hand. Only she could do that.
For example, you have to stick around folks like me who have a lot to gain.
You're right. You meet a lot of people when you do this work. For example, people who put up a front with brand names and labels because they don't want to look at themselves. Or people who try their hardest to look for people to look down on, and gain a dumb sense of pride by doing so.
The other workers and I held back our laughter.
Haha, how hilarious. You have to ignore stupid people like that.
Oh, it's over. I haven't talked to a stupid customer like that in a while. Akito, your classmate's the worst.
I'm sorry about him, but the stuff you said at the end made me laugh a little.
You're usually so proper. Well, you'd be something not to notice. In some ways, he's lucky if he can't recognize sarcasm like that.
Kyoka smiled weakly in exasperation. I smiled. Kyoka, what's wrong? Do you feel unwell?
Well, I don't feel good. So hang out with me?
Huh?
Cheers! Good work today.
Afterward, Kyoka half forced me to hang out with her at this cafe. You drank a lot today. Shouldn't you rest?
I'm fine. I'm used to it. Sometimes you have to bask in the morning sun and eat breakfast.
Kyoka smiled her friendly smile. It was different from her work smile.
Besides, don't listen to that guy.
Huh? Did you invite me out because you thought I was bothered by him? I'm sorry then. I decided a long time ago not to listen to anything he says. I'm fine.
What the heck? You're pretty strong. How cool.
It was irritating, but I didn't linger on it. I wasn't childish enough to answer to his taunts. I watched Kyoka laugh. You're pretty nice. I almost said, but held it in. Then we talked about each other.
Life is hard. The future you imagine can disappear like a dream.
I don't know what happened, but suddenly I was working at the club.
My father's company went bankrupt. How I always admired him.
How I was interested in business because of him, so I've been studying on my own. Kyoka listened to me talk about it all. I understand how you feel. I have dreams too, and I've been chasing them.
I want to work with makeup.
I went to Otori Beauty Academy for that.
What? The Otori Academy? I was in shock. Otori was the top beauty school in Japan. It was known for its military-like curriculum. It was easy to get in, but graduating was hell. Graduating meant you'd be on the path to success. I'm sorry, but why did you start working at the club?
Simply put, I needed money. I'll tell you because it's you, but I have a dream.
Kyoka pulled out a tablet and showed me. Is this a new cosmetics brand? There are products too. Are you trying to start your own business?
Yes. Oh, it's always been a dream. You help run the club too, so I want your opinion.
I don't know a lot about makeup, so I can't say much. But from what I can see, I'm not sure if you can make a profit. I could tell she put a lot of thought into the products. I told her how I felt.
Thank you. I feel like it feels more real now that I've talked to you. Akito, if I do start this business, do you want to work with me?
Me? I do help with the business stuff at the club, but...
I know you'll stop me if I go crazy. Also, I want the person I trust the most to be by my side. I may not be able to be like your father, but... Want to do this together?
It felt like I was being proposed to. That's how sparkly and bright her words were to me. Now 3 years have passed since I joined my boss's company, Glacienne. Business was going well. From the start, she was pretty well known from the club, modeling and streaming, so her products flew off the shelves. People continued to buy the products because they were good quality. Ma'am, we have a meeting with Tokai Group today. Are you ready?
Who do you think you're talking to? Today is a big one. Let's go!
Tokai Group has been handling our products for over a year, but... We were meeting with the sales head at Tokai, Noboru Takeuchi. He was always respectful and proper. I trusted him, but...
Thank you for today. This is Tsukasa Ijuin. He just started in the sales department today.
I'm Tsukasa Ijuin. Nice to meet you.
I didn't think I'd see him again. The new representative from their company was Tsukasa. He recognized me. He looked like a bully that found a new target.
We're excited to work with the new skincare line. We want to focus on malls in Tokyo.
I see. At this point, we'll have the products ready after July at the earliest. Some of the components...
I see. We need to delay putting the products in stores a bit then.
Yes. I can't compromise on quality, I'm sorry.
Both sides couldn't just back down. We decided to take a short break.
Long time no see, Subi.
We needed a breather, so we had come to the vending machine. His voice was annoying and grating. I sighed and turned around. I just want things to be about business.
I'm surprised. The club girl and you are running a company. Oh, maybe that club closed down. I'm sorry about that.
Don't worry about it, the club is still fine.
I'm glad to hear it. You learned how to kiss up. Now you have to pray this company doesn't go down. Unlike her big company, some random influencer company has a shorter lifespan.
Say what you want of me, but don't insult the company my boss worked so hard to build.
Whoa, so cool. You're saying a lot for some lowly employee. Your confidence from your school days is still there, huh?
You haven't changed either. I thought you'd be a little different at work.
You're as annoying as ever. I can't imagine a former waiter like you could be useful in running a business. Aren't you gonna cause your company to go down like your dad did?
He insulted this company and my dad. I felt the blood rise to my head. But if I said something now, I didn't know how it would affect the deal. Damn it, he knows I can't say anything back. But it was my boss that said something back.
You're making some bold claims. He oversees all of our business tactics. And he is our co-president. Insulting him is insulting me.
Her voice was filled with anger. The hallway froze over.
Oh, haha, why are you getting so mad?
Miss Fuyutsuki, what's this? Did our Ijuin do something?
Mr. Takeuchi came running at the sound of my boss's angry voice.
I'm sorry for yelling, but he insulted someone important to this company. Is that how Tokai Group does business? In that case, we have to think some things over.
Takeuchi bowed his head deeply.
I am sincerely sorry for making you feel uncomfortable in any way.
Well, why are you bowing your head? Sir, they're just some random influencer's company. We're the ones making a deal with them. It's a shame to our company to bow to some company that'll fall in a few years.
It's a shame that you think like that.
Yikes!
I had never seen him get angry like that. Tsukasa crumbled.
Listen, Glacian was initially chosen because of Miss Fuyutsuki's influence. But it continues to be popular because of the quality of the products.
Not just the quality, but Mr. Suo's business acumen too. Proposals and brand imaging. He did all of that. With my knowledge and communication skill, we put it all on social media. Glacian was made by the two of us. When I decided to start my business, I knew I wanted him to come with me. Not only did I trust him, I had watched him work so hard for a long time. He would read books on the way to work and watch business lectures during his breaks. He loves to learn.
I was surprised she had been watching me like that. Like she said, I was just trying to learn how to run a business. It wasn't like I wanted recognition from my father. But I never forgot how my father beamed when he was working and my mother's face by his side.
Mr. Ajuin, I think you misunderstand something. You don't use big names for your advantage. You carry their names. People who carry these names should be humble. You're protecting what the founders have built, and you're trying to push it forward. We don't need anyone who doesn't have pride in what they do.
That was the final blow. Tsukasa was broken. He hobbled away.
I'm so sorry about today.
Afterward, Tsukasa's pay was cut, and he was sent off to a branch in the countryside. Tsukasa was known for being ambitious, so the rumors spread immediately that he had been pulled out. These rumors reached his ears too.
Damn it, why did I get sent away? That man is a co-president.
He'd always been a man of great confidence, so he had no desire to work his way back up. He quit eventually. As for the president, no, Kyoka and I.
Nice to meet you. Thank you for taking care of our son.
We had started dating and got engaged a year in. I introduced Kyoka to my parents, and they were elated. Mom, Dad, thank you for working so hard to raise me. I won't give up just like you two never did. Even if society labeled my dad as a disappointment and a failure, he continues to be someone I look up to. Our friends celebrated our marriage at this club where we had met. Kyoka, you can't go after clients for me like that now.
Huh? I don't know what you're talking about.
Kyoka smiled. The sound of clinking glasses celebrated our new beginning. In life, it's possible to lose everything you had worked so hard to build. But what matters is how you had lived up until that point. That won't betray you. I want to live a life I can be proud of until my very last day.